Hello, Leos. Hello, Leos. I hope that you enjoyed your season, and I do welcome you to the Virgo season. This is where we go from fire to earth. So, all that passion, Leos, that you guys just had for your season, you're now going to go into manifestation mode. Now we need to create. Now we need to not settle, but definitely focus on how it is that we're going to manifest, how we're going to maintain what we were able to get during fire season, right? So, let's see what your reading has to say. I do want to bring to your attention, guys, that last week I had a little bump on the road with my monthly subscription members. If you guys are one of the Leos that joined my monthly subscription last last week, I definitely want to thank you because you definitely went through the ringer with me as I dealt with the technical issues. So if you haven't, definitely want to advise that you do join my monthly subscription. It's only $10 a month, and you get so many cool things out of that $10. Talk about getting a lot for your money. This is one of those opportunities. So I do hope that you forgive that I did not upload any readings for you guys last week, but we are here now. So as we move forward, I do want to let you guys know this reading is from today, Sunday the 26th through Friday, August the 31st. I am doing it that way. Normally I do Sunday to Sunday, but this time I'm going to do it this way just because September is going to be an amazing month. Okay, Leos? Let me tell you. So September 1st is going to be an amazing day, especially for my monthly subscribers because Indum is going to be launching really cool stuff. September 7th is going to be an amazing day, and so will September 29th. And of course, my monthly subscription members, they already know what's up. They already have this information. I'm going to be doing something really special for my members. But I will be also doing something special for my general non-members, Indum followers, okay? So if you'd like, of course, put it in your calendar. Those 3 days are going to be pretty awesome. So with that said, I want to make sure that my readings don't overlap. So I'm only going to do this reading until the 31st, and then I will be doing the September 1st through the 7th reading. Okay? I hope that makes sense for you, Leos. Let's go with your reading. So at the bottom, we have the Four of Swords in reverse. Then we have the Three of Swords as your theme, as your challenge, the Four of Cups. Your action is asking you to be the Hierophant, and your outcome is saying that you are the Ace of Swords. So, what do we have here, Leo? You have the Four of Swords reversed. There's something that is not helping you be at peace with your home. And if you see here, this Four of Swords, she's in meditation position. You have this internal battle and you have no idea which option to choose. There are options that you have and you just don't know what to choose. It's really that simple. All right? But not knowing how to choose, especially for you, Leos, that's a major issue because that's not Leos don't do well in that arena. Okay? So let's see what your reading has to say. You do have the Three of Swords here, so I need you to be careful with betrayal. If that is what you are contemplating, shame, shame, shame. Okay, I look down on that. Even if you were done wrong, Leo, it is what it is. This is life, okay? Doesn't mean that that's what you need to do. So if that's what's bothering you, Leo, stop. Do me a favor, pick any of those swords that you have in front of you and just cut the cord. Okay, I mean, look at what's happening here. There's Three of Swords. There's two people like just stabbing someone. Like, talk about kicking somebody when they're down. Like, why, Leos? Stop it. Okay, so your challenge is the Four of Cups. See, this is the issue here. This is what you want. Leo. You want to have the Four of Cups. You want to be uh, in surrounded by your loved ones. You want to have that home feeling. You want to be able to have what you had before. Let that be with your family, with a significant other, with the family that you built with your significant other, with your friends, at work. But it's no longer the case, Leo. You have to let it go. You have to let it go, Leo. Like, you have to let it go, okay? It's almost like, you know, something changed and you had no control over it. And or you're no longer the one in charge. And or there's a new member to this circle that you are accustomed to having your way. And or one of these members from your circle that you're accustomed to having things your way has now stepped up, or they have now more control, and it's almost like you have to do what they say. These are the scenarios. Like, I'm getting a lot of scenarios here, and the point is that you're not in control, Leo. And I know that's hard for you to handle, but you're not. Okay, Leo, you're not. So you went from having these beautiful golden cups here with your circle to feeling outcasted, feeling by yourself, and now you've turned these cups into swords. The good thing is that you're not going to succeed, right? Because right side up, this Four of Swords, she's getting ready to do some damage, right? Like, she's meditating on this, okay? But it's not happening. Doesn't mean that that's still not the case, right? It's just not going to succeed. It's not going to take off. Now that we move forward, we do have the Hierophant. I do think this is something like work or even school. The reason why is because I get like this White House looking structure in the background. So this is I want to use the word platonic, but very loosely. This is a work circle. This is a school circle. Some of you guys may be in school, and that circle of friends at work, at school, or it's outside of home for sure. Okay. And then we have the Hierophant. Hierophant, I always think of a teacher. I think of a professor every time I see the Hierophant, unless he's just being deceitful, which could be a teacher and a professor. But nonetheless, your action is to be the Hierophant. I need you to smarten up. Okay? Hierophant is very smart. He's very strategic. I need you to smarten up, because this is not the move. I cannot make this reading any more simple for you, Leo. And I know this is going to be difficult for you. You may even stop my reading, and I would not be surprised. It's that difficult, okay? But that's what it is, because for you to be this Ace of Swords, for you to go from this Four of Swords, this girl that's meditating with her swords, you're gonna know what to do with your swords at the end of the day. And remember, guys, how do I say this? By swords, I mean ideas, I mean beliefs, I mean animosity. Um, and you're the one creating a Leo. This is a general reading, so this could be the other way around, where somebody else can be doing this to you. But because this is a Leo reading, and because I know very well how Leos are. I have a lot of Leos in my life. Um, if I give you the idea that this could be done to you, that's what you're going to take, Leo. But I want you to look at yourself. I want you to focus on yourself. So it's almost like you're going to go from being this Four of Swords in reverse. And I'm glad that it's in reverse, because instead of you doing this, right? Instead of you doing this, what I need you to do is to become the Ace of Swords and conquer and be able to shift and even understand that, you know what, Leo, you're not always going to be the one to call the final shot. That can work in your favor, Leo. Let go, Leo. Sometimes, oh my God, I feel so heavy. Sometimes life works out better for you when you don't do the work. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Almost like you're accustomed to being the one in control and power. And that may not be the case. But you know what? Sometimes, Leos, let me tell you, sometimes you end up having more power when you're not the person identified as the powerful one. Think about that. Let's see what we have. Oh, wow. I feel like another sign had these same clarifiers. I can't remember though. So we have here psychic development, and this is your third eye, Leos. And by psychic development, this can mean two things. It can mean that maybe you need to start working spiritually, Leo, with a psychic, with an intuitive, with a spiritual guide, with a life coach, with something, with someone that can literally help and understand and guide you in going from this Four of Swords to this Ace of Swords. Instead of you going from this frustration stage to accepting, understanding, moving forward, and becoming victorious with your situation. Not to walk away from, but with. Okay? Now, and I can't remember which reading it was, but someone had this, and I'm getting the same message for you, Leos. So I'm wondering if there's a connection between those two signs. Nonetheless, I said this at the other reading as well. For psychic development, I always feel the need to speak to other intuitive people that may be watching my videos. You know, for people like myself, you know, some of us have reached a certain level of enlightenment. Okay, it doesn't mean that nobody else can. It's just we have reached a certain level. Okay, and if this is you, Leo, and you are a psychic and you are a spiritual guide, you are a life coach, you are an intuitive, if you have reached this enlightenment, a certain level of enlightenment, I need you to search for a higher level of enlightenment than the one that you have, so they can really help you from a neutral point of view. Because of course, we all know we can do work on ourselves. I mean, we are a service, right? But let's be honest, we're always going to be biased because we're always going to want to do things to end the way that we want, right? So that's what this psychic development is really telling you, Leo. For the Hierophant, you do have flexibility. Again, this is your sacral chakra. It's around your navel, and it's asking you to be flexible, Leos. I know that kills Leos to be flexible. I seldom do I ever encounter flexibility with a Leo. They're always right. This is what's gonna happen, and sometimes, you know, me being an Earth sign, it's hard for me to accept sometimes, but sometimes Leos really are right. Okay? But that does not mean that you have to stand in that place all the time. Make sense, Leo? Be a little open minded. Just try. Okay? And lastly, we have the throat chakra. Interestingly enough, asking you not to speak, instead to listen. Even more challenging for a Leo, right? Leos love telling people what to do. So, um, here we have messages asking Leos to seek psychic development, spiritual growth, life coaching. to be open and flexible to receive, to accept, to work with a spiritual coach. And then even on top of that is asking you to just listen. Okay? It's almost like I almost feel like there's a continuation to this reading, like where I have to put to be continued for the next step. But literally, this is what I'm getting, Leos. Okay? So here you have it, Leos. This is what we have for this week. The good thing is this is a short reading because it ends on August 31st, this Friday. So let's see what September is going to bring. Like I said, I am extremely excited for September. September is going to be an amazing month. So again, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. If you are a psychic yourself, I have no problem speaking to my intuitive people, the people that have reached levels like I have. Where we stand on the spectrum of enlightenment is irrelevant. I always like to have a relationship with, especially with people that have reached my levels, because we can always work together. We can always enlighten each other. So I'm here, guys. You can feel free to reach out to me. And of course, I'm going to ask, if you haven't already, definitely subscribe to my YouTube. Go to my Instagram. Follow me over there. And if you want to get awesome stuff for your buck, become a member and subscribe for the monthly readings through Indum. Okay? So here you have, guys. I hope you guys have an amazing week, and you'll be hearing from me starting September 1st. Okay?